Gimmicky playstyles are important to the longevity of a game. So, how do you define a gimmicky playstyle? A gimmick, by definition, is something designed to draw eyes. Most playstyles that revolve around a gimmick come naturally, without any intent on the part of the developers, purely because for a gimmicky playstyle to be a gimmick and draw eyes, it needs to be unique and therefore usually not the intent of the developer. These are very common. In fact, you've probably participated in many gimmicky playstyles without even noticing, like only using a secondary, single ability, or one specific weapon type. However, gimmicky playstyles can be put in games by developers through a different way. By introducing a playstyle that's difficult and usually only rewarding you with epic gamer clout. 360s, Trollger, these things are gimmicky because they're made by the developers to be gimmicky and challenging, and they reward you not by being effective but by being rad. 360s and Crunker specifically I want added back, even if they only give 150 or even no points at all. I would probably play Crunker more again because the point was never to be effective. It was to be gamer cool. Heck, I even made videos about it. There's something about killing someone or completing something with the odds stacked against you on a difficulty imposed on yourself and by yourself. But why are gimmicky playstyles important? And why are developer ones better? Well, games get stale. As much as you may love a game doing the same thing for thousands of hours, it will eventually get boring and you'll stop without any variety. Gimmicky playstyles are what players do when they've finished mastering a game. They raise the skill ceiling themselves when they can't get any higher, just the grind gets too boring. Yet, a lot of players just leave when there aren't obvious gimmicky playstyles to play with. In Terraria, after you've beaten it so many times, you might just try it with one weapon type, like yo-yos, something obscure like that. But imagine if there was an option in the core game to make your character only able to use a certain weapon, or just rewarded you for beating the game only using a certain type with an achievement or something. This would wildly increase the incentive for masters of the game to test their skills doing something, well, gimmicky. The Terraria team would essentially be increasing the skill ceiling, and the average time a master of the game spends continuing to play, and therefore increasing the longevity of their game by essentially doing nothing other than acknowledging the existence of a naturally made gimmicky playstyle. The types of gimmicky playstyles that aren't made or acknowledged by the developers often do worse, because from the outside it can be hard to tell you're even doing a gimmicky playstyle at all without being explicitly told. On the contrast, there's no mistake when you see a rocket jumper soldier flying around that he's playing Trollger. Another big part of gimmicky playstyles is their humor. It's often funny to see someone doing a gimmicky playstyle even when they're still beating you with it. I still remember a long time ago in the Crunker server, I was in a lobby with a few guys. We were playing a game together and chatting, but they didn't know who I was in game. They were able to see me doing 360s around and they just laughed for the next few minutes even before I told them it was me. I didn't win that game, and in fact they destroyed me. But that doesn't matter because whoever won, the game was more valuable to them than 50 normal games. It's the good times people think of when they try and remember a game they played, not the grindy bits.